Welcome to Radio on Fire, home of the Diamond K Show.
Diamond K in the house.
And now for your urban news and entertainment report. Here's your host, Diamond K.
Oh my goodness.
It's the Diamond K Show.
Jonathan Majors. Is this the end for Jonathan Majors? His career was off to a great start. I feel like he was really about to take it to what they call the next level. But there has been a lot of bad news for Jonathan Majors. And he got a guilty verdict in this case. There's been a lot of big brands that don't want to do business with him anymore, that are, cutting ties with him because of the bad news that this embattled actor has been involved with. So there was domestic violence allegations that were made public in the springtime, March to be exact. Ultimately, Majors was found guilty in this case by a jury for third-degree reckless assault as well as second-degree harassment. Now, these are not minor charges by any means. He could actually go to jail for a year. He will be formally sentenced February the 6th, 2024. So he's got a little bit of time. He can enjoy the holidays. I mean, can you imagine any holiday could your holiday be any better? Spending it with Megan Good? Anyway, I don't think that Jonathan Majors is actually going to serve any jail time. And here's why. So the text messages that were used as evidence in this case actually could help him. And let me explain how. There could be a silver lining here for Jonathan Majors. Like I said, fired from Marvel Studio for his role as Kang as a direct result of this guilty verdict. But this is his first conviction. And technically he faces 1 year in jail. But the judge, I'm going to say 95%, maybe even 98%, is going to give him 3 years probation. 3 years probation, anger management, and possibly community service. Now, of course, that is not jail time. And if it hadn't been such a high-profile person, but not been Jonathan Majors' fame of a defendant, it probably wouldn't even have gone to trial. This is a misdemeanor case in New York. Typically, in a situation like this, defendants will accept a plea to avoid the trial altogether. Now, they do that because obviously they run the risk of a harsher sentence taking it to trial. So it's not clear if there were any discussions about a plea deal in this case. Although, none were added to the court record. Did not see anything related to that. So the fame of Jonathan Majors played a big role in why this case went to trial. So if it was not for the fact that he was a famous man, we wouldn't even have obviously known about the case. Now, the situation with this actor, he's trying to clear his name, and this very public debacle, his career has been in, shaky ground since March. Since this whole thing came out, it has been something that he's been faced with. And so that's going on. We're going to see what happens with that. Now, this text message, I definitely want to talk about the text message. So what really was damaging for Majors was this crucial mistake during the trial that allowed for evidence of prior crimes without any charges to be shown to the jury. That is something that happened here. Now, that was after Major's attorney employed a line of questioning in the cross-examination of the actor's accuser. Now, so this lacked what they called specificity. The prosecution responded by introducing evidence of a text message from an unspecified incident in September of 2022 in which Majors appeared to be talking, trying to talk the ex-girlfriend Grace out of seeking medical attention for an unnamed head injury. Oh, this was damaging. Now, he has Megan Good with him. Folks were saying, okay, you know, he was dating this white woman and, you know, he's facing these charges and now this black woman is supporting him. Maybe he's innocent. Folks were saying maybe he didn't do what she said he did. They were thinking that. And then this text message comes to light. They start reading and it looks really, really bad. It looks really, really bad. Something from the text message. I fear you have no perspective of what could happen if you go to the hospital, he said in a text message. They will ask you questions, and as I don't think you actually protect us, it could lead to an investigation even if you do lie and they suspect something. One of the text messages from Major said. She responded that she'd tell doctors that she'd bumped her head while writing. Why would I tell them what really happened when it's clear I want to be with you? She said. Oh, this text message shows clearly there was some injury and he's trying to get her to lie about it. Now, originally, this evidence was not permitted to be used in the trial before the misstep from Major's attorney. So if I had been on this case with Majors, I would not have made this mistake. But his attorney made a big mistake. His attorney made this mistake. Now, the attorneys believe that the mistake will actually help Majors with his appeal. It is possible that he is appealing the case, and it is possible that you know, this kind of thing can sound very bad to the jury. It sounded bad to the public when the text message contents came to light. Social media got a wind of this text message. Oh, it looked bad. It looked, as my grandmother would say, some kind of bad. Now, what may also help Majors is the split verdict. He was found guilty of reckless assault while he was acquitted of intentional assault, which attorneys could use to argue that this case is very nuanced. So the legal battle, it might not be over just yet, but I will say this: Jonathan Majors' career, regardless of what happens in appeal, regardless of if he's able to get off on 3 years probation and anger management, his career has been affected tremendously. So Majors, his run as with Kang appears to be over, right? That Marvel thing. Since his firing, it has been reported that the Avengers Kang Dynasty may be losing its title. This suggests that Kang's role in the universe may just be diminished altogether, phased out. It remains to be seen what will happen with the film. They're probably just going to scrap the whole thing. And a new writer has been brought to write a new script, perhaps with the plan of switching Kang out. The film is supposed to come out in May of 2026. So you definitely have time to put that together. So is the career of Jonathan Majors over? We already have reported that there's a new Creed coming. That doesn't mean his character was going to be in it anyway. But people have short memories. Can they get past this? Will movie houses, studio houses, will companies want to do business with him? He's definitely not the first actor to have this kind of controversy. Definitely not the first. Definitely not the last. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff, but you know, America, as I always like to say, loves a comeback story. They love second chances. If he does the right steps, the right song and dance, he could be welcome back. Right? It's not over. It's not over. And Megan Good seemingly still in his corner, so that is a good thing. Pardon the pun. So I am hoping that he will get. I think that the brother has anger management problems, to say the least. I hope that he gets the help that he needs, not just for business purposes, but for his own personal growth. He could have handled these situations better. I'm not saying that this ex-girlfriend is without any fault. Look at the circumstances and the case as a whole. They both did some screwed up stuff. You know how relationships can be. I've had relationships where I've done things that I wish I could have did differently later with a cooler head, but not like Jonathan Majors. I ain't saying things like that, but you know, yelled and screamed and maybe called her out of her name. Who you calling up? Whatever. But yeah, so definitely let me know your thoughts. We're going to continue to follow this case. We're going to continue to follow this story. And if there are any further developments, I will report on it then. You man, Diamond K, of course, The Diamond K Show on all social media at The Diamond K Show, on youtube.com/djdiamondk, radioonfire.tv. Definitely make sure you check us out. I will be back here tomorrow with more of the show.